Keith Hurm with Davis County Fire Department Inspector. Come to you live today from the East Davis County Fire Department kitchen. We're going to talk today about home cooking safety. I know this year Thanksgiving is going to be a little different with the COVID crisis going on and the pandemic on everyone's mind. Maybe some folks out there that are cooking at home for the first time for Thanksgiving. We're used to going to grandma's house or mom's house, and this year maybe doing that a little different. So I want to talk to you about how we should be cooking our turkey, whether we're cooking it in the oven or we're cooking it outside on a fryer. We'll move outside later. I want to start inside right now with the pan that we would be using for the fryer. So when you're going to fry a turkey, deep fry, you want to take your turkey, insert it into the pan. We're going to fill this pan with water about 2 inches above that turkey. That's going to be the proper depth for that oil for deep frying the turkey. We'll take the turkey back out, put it back on its feet. We'll move this big tall pan out of the way. Talk about some other things when we're cooking. When we're cooking and we're picking that pan to put this turkey into, we want to make sure we have the proper size pan. When you're baking that turkey in the oven, whether it be that day or overnight, you want to make sure the turkey has plenty of room. And as you can see, this pan here is too small. My pan here would be just right. I can fill it with whatever I need to fill it, stuff the turkey how I want to, put it in the oven and let it cook. Let's talk real quick about cooking in the oven. When we're cooking in the oven, sometimes, and I know in years past, my family has done this, we have cooked the turkey overnight. That's perfectly okay. You want to make sure the oven is set at the temperature you want. Make sure you've got an overflow pan. If your turkey is going to overflow, you want to put something under that pan to catch that overflow, because that grease can cause a grease-fed fire inside of your oven. If we do have a fire in the oven, the best thing to do, shut the door, turn it off, walk away. Don't try to take anything out. Leave it be. Let the fire department come in and take care of business. If we're making dressing or sweet potatoes and we've got things that are just really full, you want to make sure you don't overfill the pan. Even sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top, which we all love, that can overflow and cause a fire as well. Again, we want to use some sort of pan, whether it's a drip pan or a cookie sheet that I've got my turkey laying on, something to catch that overflow. When we're cooking on that oven, on the stovetop rather that day, always have a lid handy in case something goes wrong where we're deep frying or frying that food that we're going to use, whether it's the sauteing the vegetables or going to dressing, things such as that. Always keep those handles turned in, away from little ones. And the most important thing is don't walk away. Do not leave anything cooking unattended on the stove top. When we're baking that turkey overnight, a little different than leaving it unattended on the stove top. Okay, now we're outside at the East Davis County Fire Station in the Bay. I'm going to talk about a couple of things that we're going to show you that we don't want to do, that is not going to have a good outcome for your Thanksgiving meal. When you deep fry this turkey, you want to make sure of a couple of things. Number one, you want to make sure the turkey is thawed out. Always a good idea to check the turkey, get it out 3 or 4 or 5, even 6 days ahead of time, depending on the size of your turkey. We don't want to put a cold turkey in that hot oil. When we set the deep fryer up, we want to be at least 15 feet away from any kind of building. We don't want to be under any cover. We want to have the oil up to temperature, and want to make sure you're not over full. As I showed in the kitchen, we're going to take that turkey, we're going to check it, see how much oil we need to get it 2 inches above before we actually put everything together and heat that oil. So make sure your oil's at the right level, not too full, but enough to cook your turkey, and make sure your turkey is completely thawed. We're definitely 15 feet away from our building. Everything is good on the connection with the propane. We've checked and make sure we have no leaks. Now the oil is at the proper temperature. So you saw the crew put the turkey in. The turkey is now cooking, and we're going to stand by and watch and wait for this meal to be done. As we've demonstrated outside, we've showed you what to do and what not to do. A couple of pointers I want to give you. Make sure you've got that deep fryer on a good level surface. Remember, it can tip over, especially with the hot oil in it. Again, don't leave anything unattended. Back in the kitchen, remember to wear the proper clothing, wear short sleeves, and make sure your apron and things such as that on your clothing are not touching any hot surfaces. Any questions or comments you may have, feel free to reach out to us at Davis County Fire Department. Our number is 270-685-8440. And anything you want to reach out to us and say on the Facebook page, by all means, please reach out to us, and we hope you all have a blessed and happy Thanksgiving.